Hi, this is Charlie Yu from Memmerge. Today, I'm going to show you how to deploy a Nextflow pipeline on AWS Batch, and then have that Nextflow pipeline protected by our batch software. It's called Batch. Essentially, being able to run Nextflow pipelines on the Spot instances on AWS, but without losing progress when these Spot instance gets reclaimed or interrupted by the AWS Spot reclamation process. So I know there's a lot to take in, so I'm going to show you a very quick demo on how we accomplish that. So what we have done is we log into the AWS console, and the first thing we will do is take a look at our batch environment. So I go into batch here, and as you can see, I have multiple queues. And some of the queues are enabled, or I should say protected by our Batch software. So these queues are linked to these compute environment that are provisioning Spot instances. And also our software is going to protect the jobs running on these Spot instances when they get interrupted. And that is the benefit of using our software to allow you to run long-running jobs. So as you can see here, that's the job queue right here. We don't have any job running right now. It's all empty. And over here, that's a compute environment. It's all Spot. And these are the machines that will be instantiated when the job is running. So what we're going to do is come over to Nextflow. Okay. And we will kick off the pipeline, right? So what's interesting is looks like the very standard Nextflow command that allow us to kick off a Seric pipeline, and then of course Seric pipeline. And so all these things looks very standard, right? Profile is test. These are the working directories, output directories, and so forth. What's interesting is this file here, the AWS config file. This is where Nextflow instructing how this pipeline should be running and how that should be instructed on running on the AWS batch. So if we take a look at that file real quick. Okay. What's really important here is to understand that we need to make sure the queue that we point to is the queue that we shown you earlier on the screen, right? So that's the queue. So what we want to make sure these two things match, because we want to submit the job into that queue to have all these jobs get protected. So once we have that, then we can safely start, deploy jobs into this. So let me go ahead and do that, and we'll kick it off. So now this pipeline starts entirely on Spot instance, and then as the pipeline is running using Spot instances, it's going to be interrupted in one way or the other, sooner or later, I should say, right? And then we'll observe and then see how the Cloud GUI is going to capture this information, right? That's the GUI here. And this GUI is going to update when the pipelines kick off, and it will give you the information about how many jobs we are running or we have completed running in this pipeline, how long it took to run these jobs, the cost, how many times the Spot protection was kicked in, and then more interestingly, the Spot savings. The Spot savings using our software, the time saved, as well as compared had you to run the same job on the on-demand instances, how much saving would that be? So we'll talk about all that when we come back. So this job just kicked off, and then we'll give some time to load and then get the Spot instances kick off. All right, be right back. Okay, so we're back. After kicked off the multiple pipeline for a few times, we have overall 400 jobs ran and then completed successfully, and we have some of the new jobs are still pending running for the Nextflow pipeline. And as you can see here from the Nextflow command console, you can see here jobs are still in a running state and in the pending state. So we run this a couple times, and then let's look at our dashboard. Okay, so here is a view of our dashboard. As you can see here, there's a number of information we can collect from the dashboard. First, it tells you how many jobs, total job we have finished running, and total runtime of all these jobs, total cost incurred from running all these jobs. And on the right-hand side, it shows us the EC2 spot savings benefited from running the checkpointing software. And as you can see, the cost savings, if you compare to using Spot already, that's not very high, but the time savings, that is really the main benefit of the Spot savings compared to if you already running Spot already. On the EC2 on-demand savings, so if you are running on-demand instance today, the benefits, the cost savings will be much, much more substantial. So this is what is showing here in comparing to on-demand savings. Yep, so overall, that's the dashboard for you to take a look as the job is running. And that is all for this demo. Thank you for watching.